Yes, it's your girl back again, Queen Sasha, here with another video. Last video I did a hair routine, how to do slick buns, slick edges. Right now this video will be all about everyday face makeup routine. Okay, so stay tuned and let me know if you like it. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first we're gonna start out with our face bare, nothing on it, no eyebrows, no mascara, no foundation, no lip gloss, no nothing, because I want to give it to you guys raw. Okay, raw. So first thing I do is I clean my face. So normally I would use CETAPHIL cleanser or sometimes use my St. Ives apricot scrub and just clean my face. After that I use St. Ives just to tone the face from any oils or anything like that. So just use a napkin. So after toning down my face, it's always good to moisturize, and this is my favorite moisturizer ever. Let's have a moment of silence. Yes, so I use the Cetaphil just to moisturize my face alone. I can't use this on the rest of my body because my skin is just like weird, and I use for my body I use like different oils and shea butter, and then for my face I use the Cetaphil because I have combined skin. Sometimes I get oily, sometimes I get dry. Like right now it's dry because I just put a toner, and it's always good to moisturize right after you put a toner. So I use not much because I just don't like the feeling on my face feeling really wet. Pause. Yeah, so I just use like, this is even a lot for me. I don't even use that much, but if it's like this I mix it in and then I do. So after moisturizing my face, we can't forget the lips. The lips always have to be hydrated, just like the face. You can't forget the lips. So I use this lip scrub from Butterfly Kisses. It's called Destiny. There's like 7 oils, jojoba oil, all kind of oils in it, you name it. Then after the lip scrub, I go in and use the lip oil so that you can get all the moisture that you can get up in those lips. Because if you know me, you know you never see my lips them dry. Okay, so after we finish with the face, the lips, now it's time to get down to business. Primer. I never used to use a primer because I always used to think that the setting spray after would finish the job. You have to learn your skin, and putting on primer is always the way to go. Okay, so my favorite primer, Fenty primer. This is probably, I don't use much expensive brands, but it's Fenty. This Fenty though, the best, my favorite. So I don't use much. A little goes a long way to me because I don't like matte stuff, and this one is the instant. I'm not even getting it. Like you can't even see it. Instant retouch primer. I put this much on my finger. I was supposed to do a question and answer with this video, but because I was so last minute, I was so bored, I just went ahead, so you can just hear me rambling. And then now we go into the eyebrows. So I just use a normal eyebrow pencil. I got already sharpened, and then I get my spoolie, and I like to use a close-up mirror. I don't know why, so I can see clearly. So I just do this, brush them up into place. And if I see like any hairs like on the outside, because I did train my eyebrows myself like from since a long time ago. I just don't let nobody touch my eyebrows. I know how to trim my own eyebrows. So I just, if I see any like extra hairs, I just go and pluck it like that. Hold up. I gotta tell me how you be my wow. And then now we start. Okay, so I start from the bottom hair, and then I just start like this slight strokes. And I go back in with the spoolie and just brush it all into place like that. Then I do on the other side. Now it's time for concealing. So I use the Pro Conceal concealer in the color Fawn, and I use one of these angle brushes, and I just like play with it a little bit so that I could angle onto the brush like that, like a painting. And then I just go in and start to angle the brows. So I just follow the same line that I already marked out. With that, and here we go, and we blend in the concealer. Never leave your outlined concealer there. That is not the move for 2020. We're not doing that. We done past that phase already. Okay, we done past it. Okay. So now I use one of these now, and I go in and I start blending in the concealer. So we're not done yet with the brows. I go back in with my spoolie and I spool out the front so that it still doesn't leave that boxy look. And even though you see this thing here, I could do this. See? And on your brows. Oh my gosh. So after now, your brows are fleeked. Well, this is how I do my brows because I kind of have thick-ish brows. So this is how I do it. And you always want to do your brows to the size of your eyebrow because your face always matches with how your eyebrows look. If your eyebrows look too thin and your face is like kind of big and broad like mine, you look weird. Okay? To each his own. So then now I go in with my favorite fountain. Fencing. This color is 390 and I really like, let me tell you the joy that a Fenty foundation gives me when I put it on, when I do. You know, I'm gonna let it speak for itself at the end of the video, okay? And with this, I don't use much because ain't nobody trying waste all of this foundation for over $20, $30 for a foundation. I'm going to save my money's worth, okay? I don't put much, so I just shake it up. And bear in mind, this oxidizes, so this 390 might look kind of white on my face, but I don't know, it just works for me. Like after I finish putting on my whole face, like it just completely works for me. So I just put it on like this. And then I go in with my foundation brush. Don't worry about my brush, okay? I know how far you got dirty brush. Don't come for me. Okay. And then I just blend it in. I tell you, this oxidizes. So don't even come for me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. And I blend it in. Make sure I get all there. See, that's that. When you blend it in, it'll just go in.
Make sure you get the forehead in between the brows and the lid.
And then after applying the foundation, I go and use my beauty blender, and a damp beauty blender. Don't cover my beauty blender because I know half of your beauty blender is black. Don't worry about me, worry about you. Okay? Worry about you. Okay? So then I bounce it all on my skin. Now you see that it's oxidizing, like it's going into the skin. Told y'all don't come for me because I go back up my words. Period. So I make sure everything is in. Like all under the eye, in the crevices, over the eyes, on the lid, on the mouth, everything. Under the neck, everything. Bounce that booty like a basketball if you don't. Don't shake it at all. Bounce that booty like a basketball if you don't. Don't shake it at all. Hey. And this is the key to having like a nice seamless look. Blend. Blend. You blend. You blend. Like you blend. So after that's finished, we go back in with the same concealer. And remember, I don't use much. I just take up a little bit. And then I go on the hair, under the chin. Listen, I don't want to hair. Oh, I don't have time to do all of that. Well, I have the time. Okay? I have the time to do this. And I could do this in like 15 minutes. If you like continue to like perfect it and time yourself, you won't have no problems. You won't have no problems. You won't have any problems. Okay? I have the time. I have the time to do it. Okay? I know you have the time to do it. You just don't put in the time and the effort to try to do it. Okay? So don't come for me. Don't come for me. So after we finish looking like Africans from like the Zimbabwe tribe, we go back in with our beauty blender and blend it all in. Next step, baking time. So I use the SACHA my name SACHA Buttercup setting powder, and I don't use a lot because you can see already it's a smoke session going on, so I don't use much. I just use like what's on the cover, and I bounce it on like that, and I just go under like that, soak it in. Like I say, you blend, you blend, you blend. That's the key. That's the key. To blend. To blend. You just put that away. See? He's still blending. Okay, now this part is a bit funny because I don't have a contour palette. So I use excuse me, I use don't mind how my palette look. I do what's best for me, and it come out looking better than half of the let me just shut up. So I use the matte pad of this palette. Don't bash my palette, okay? It does what's best for me. Worry about you, don't worry about me. Don't do it, cause you can get caught up, okay? So I just use these two dark colors here, and I use it as my contour. What works for me might work for you. You could try it out. It's the same thing. It's still a dark color to use as a contour. And I slightly go in. I don't dip it in. I just I slightly go in, and I just do it like this. Do it in circular motions. So you can see I'm doing it in circular motions, and I'm coming down. I'm not dragging it like that. Just blend it in. Like you just blend it in. Listen, I don't abuse my face when it comes to blending. Like I don't play. Abuse. And then I pinch the thing like this, and just this for the nose. And then make sure it comes all the way up here so that it could join. Well, of course I'll go faster than this when I getting ready, but I'm just doing this for the purpose of trying to show you guys. After you're slightly contoured, just bear in mind this is just an everyday routine. You're not being beat by the gods. After that, you go in with your face powder, any face powder that you have, and I don't want to show you my face powder because it done for, so I can save myself the embarrassment and not show you guys again. So I just go over my whole face so that everything can be blended. After blending in everything, now I just go into the shadow, the little highlight, and then that's it before the gloss. So I just, in this case, I go based on what I'm wearing. So right now I'm just wearing like something maroon, so I'll just go into something more of a pinkish look, and I just slightly dab it, slightly. I go with the same brush, slightly dab it. I don't use much, and I just drag it over the eye like that. You might not see it, but I could see it. And then now I just slightly do that. Slightly. You see, you have that little pink hue going on. Slightly, because we don't want much. We don't want a big whole beat face for when you go into work for your everyday wears. We don't want that. So you just slightly do things slightly. That's all you do. And if I wear something like a yellow tone or gold tone or like something brown, I normally use gold or like bronze or stuff like that. Next, we use blush. I don't really use blush like that before, but now I'm starting to use it because it kind of brings out like a nice little pinkness in your skin. And I use this blush and I just slightly, listen, this brush should do everything for me. Good. And then I just put it on like that. Now I go back in with the same thing that I did with the eyeshadow, and I just do use it for highlight. Mix it with a little bit of a bronze color, and then I bring it all the way here too. I don't have that much of a good lighting to show you. So the next thing is mascara. I don't use no high-end mascara. Mascara is mascaras to me. Once it's doing the job, that's all that matters, okay? After that, I just use the same eye pencil that I use for my eyebrows. I don't care what you do. This is my video. I'm telling you what I do. And line my lips like that. Don't worry guys, I'm not using my lips and then using it on my lips and then putting it on my eyebrows. I have like 5 of these. How do I know which one is which? I don't know. I just know I could switch because I have enough. And then I use this nude gloss lipstick, and I just line it in like that. After that's done, I go in with my lip gloss. This is from BROWDAY. It's just like a cheap lip gloss, probably like $1 or $2. I get it in the States, and I just use this much. I just cut it in. My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. It's cool. And this is mint flavor. I have these in like 3 different flavors: coconut, rose, and Mary, I think. You think that's it? No, you're wrong. That's not all. That's not all. That's not all. Last but not least, finishing spray. Don't forget to finish your face with finishing spray that locks all the makeup and everything into your skin. And you just spray. Period. And then I just let it dry. I use the end of the palette, and I don't judge me, judge yourself. Judge yourself, because I know some of you to be doing these things at home. Don't act, okay? And that's on what? Period. So yeah, this concludes the video of my everyday makeup routine. As you can see, I don't use much. A little goes a long way. I'm not the type of person to have drastic beat face every day. I am not able for all that pressure on my face. I'm not. So I am not a makeup artist. So don't come on here who are our makeup artists. Don't come here saying, oh, you're using the wrong brush, oh, you're doing this right. To you, I ain't doing it right, but this is how I do it, and it came out fine if you ask me. So this concludes the video on my everyday face makeup routine. I hope you guys liked it. If you've stayed and finished the rest of the video, you are truly appreciated, because I know some people will be skipping, and we don't need that type of energy here. Okay, I want you to watch the whole thing. Don't be fake. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you're new here, you know what to do. If you like it, that's good. If you don't like it, that's up to what? To you. Okay, so thank you all again for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.